Hi, my name is Ryan and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to go over some quick little tips on how to get rid of all these Sudowrite, the generated beat codes that they put on there, which gives you like a range of values. I've deleted some of these when I was going through and editing them. Then I thought, oh, wait a minute, there's a better way to do this. So I don't have to sit there and just copy, or highlight it and hit delete and because that gets pretty old. Okay, so I'm showing you some tricks to increase your productivity because that's important, right? It is important to me. I have a feeling it's probably important to you, which is why you're using Sudowrite, because it's an excellent tool to help you with all the heavy lifting. Now, you notice I deleted some of these. I'm going to go through and find these. Okay, what we're going to do is we're in Word here, and we're going to go through and actually find and replace. I'm sure you've done this in the past where you go through and find and replace these things. But I bet some of you probably have not done it like this. Okay, so what we're going to do is we got an algorithm right here. We're going to be using wildcards, or some people call these regular expressions. We're going to call them wildcards because that's what Microsoft Word is indicating these to be. Okay, and what you do is when you go to your find and replace, you'll notice down here there's an option that says use wildcards. Okay, and I'll explain what this all does in a second. And I'll zoom in so you can see these values and copy and paste it into the find what section here. And then what you'll see is that you have used wildcards. Down here, you want to make sure you select ignore white space characters, okay? Because we want to make sure we're not looking at empty characters, because white space characters actually do take up memory, okay? In case you didn't know that. So it's actually a part of the whole, what's it called, the ASCII thing. So it's like, you got to take that in consideration when you're doing these. All right, so what we have right here is we're finding these values. Okay, and what we developed was an algorithm that's going to go through and find all of the beat codes that get put into your documents that you export out of Sudowrite. For example, it's going to be like 3-4, 4-5. It's always going to be, that 1-2 combination as it escalates up through the sequence of your beats. And what we have to do is we have to take into consideration that some of these beats sequences go from a single digit to a double digit. It goes like from 9 to 10, or it goes from 11 to 12, and so on and so on. Maybe you might have one that goes triple digits. I didn't go that far out, but I'll show you how to do it if you want to. So what we have right here on our algorithm here, okay, some of y'all might not consider this an algorithm. I do, but nonetheless, on this first little section right here, we're choosing the range of values that we want. We want any number from 0 to 9, because in technology you count from 0 to 9. I mean, those are the base numbers, okay? I mean, if you count 1 through 10, that's technically 0 through 9. 10 just happens to be moving to the 10th place value. So 0 through 9, that covers all of our digits, right? And then right here, the second value right here is going to say that we want 1 or 2. Okay, it can be 1 or 2 place values, either one of them. Okay, either one is fine. So we want 1 or 2, which is like a 3-4 or 9-10. All right, and then right here is we got these. We got 2 characters right here. You guys zoom in really close to see these things, real close. All right, we have the hyphen, which that's generally what we're anticipating to come back. But I also notice that there is another symbol that comes back, and it's the it's not the end pass, it's the hold on, it's right up here. It's the M dash. It's the N dash. Okay, so the N dash is the little longer version of the hyphen. If you ever put dash dash in a Microsoft Word document, which indicates you're trying to develop an N dash, which is a range, that's what automatically happens. And I noticed sometimes when I would put this over here that the N dash would just show up. I'm not sure why. It must be something to do with my version of Microsoft Word and how I set it up. But nonetheless, it was kind of a pain. So we're going to take that in consideration for both of them. We're not going to assume that we just get the hyphen. We're not going to just assume we get the N dash. We're going to infer that we are going to look for the hyphen and the N dash. Okay, and you can see those in there. The N dash is like just a couple pixels bigger. And then what we're doing is we're going to also say right here, we're looking for 1 or 2. Okay, there could be a situation where you had 2 hyphens get put together. Typically that would default to the N dash, but sometimes I don't know what was going on, but I did notice there was double hyphens there instead of the N dash. Then other times I noticed it was just a hyphen, and then other times I just noticed it was the N dash. So this way we have it covered. Okay, so if we got double hyphens, that 2 value is going to take care of that. If If we just have one in dash or one hyphen, that one value here in our combination will take care of just the single entries. Then here, this is a repeat of the original part because that takes care of the second digit, which is the latter part of the beat code. I call these beat codes. I'm sure there's a better name for these. I don't know what that would be, but I like beat code. Makes me sound important. And anyhow, so that's going to find it. So what we can do is we can just go through and you click on find next. It's going to go through and find all these. Okay. What you want to put on there is up to you. You would put replace with. You can put whatever you want. It really depends on what you're trying to do. So like if you automate this stuff, there's a language, not a language, but there's a library in that Microsoft offers with their C#, like console apps or whatever it is you want to use, called the OpenXML, and you can go through and find all this stuff and program your merging of documents and program finding these symbols in your document to remove it. You can do it all through code, which is a lot faster, but it's a lot longer of a setup process. This is the fastest way. So anyhow, we're just going to say I found it. We're going to go through replace all. It went through and found 101 instances in my Word document. Okay, now I probably could have done this the old-fashioned way and just gone through and looked for a hyphen. But the problem was with my particular book is that one of the character names had a hyphen built into the name because it was a Cylon -78. So if I'm just looking for hyphens, now I'm having to go through every single instance of my character. And then there's some times where I have words that are hyphenated that need to stay there. So this just eliminates the whole guesswork in the entire process because it follows the algorithm to go through there. Okay, so I hope that helps you out. Go back, watch the video. It's a lot to swallow or take in, whatever you want to say. Yeah, that's it. We'll cut it off right there before the cats come over here and knock over the microphone. And I will talk to you in the future and hope everything's going well. Keep working hard, keep trying your best, and don't ever quit.